Hello, I'm Chef Patrick Hall from Lakes Region Community College, and we're in classical French cuisine today. What we're going to do for you is make a boursin stuffed chicken. So what I did, boursin cheese, cream cheese, we put a little salt, pepper inside here, a little bit of granulated garlic, we whipped it up, we put Parmesan cheese and some lemon juice in here, and then we added some roasted red peppers and spinach. That's going to be the filling for our chicken. So what we're going to do is we took some chicken breasts and we pounded them out so they're nice and flat. Go ahead and take that. This is my student Kyle here. He's working with us today. So what he's going to do is lay that out, okay? And he's going to go ahead and put some boursin cheese in the middle of that. And what we're going to do is we're going to bread this just to seal it up. Okay, after these are done, you could bake them or you could fry them. We're going to happen to bake them today, or you can deep fry them. He's going to roll that up. All right, and what we're going to do is a standard breading procedure. It's called wet, dry, wet, dry. Okay, you got wet product here. We have flour. That's our dry. We have egg wash. And we're doing ours in a little seasoned panko breadcrumbs today. So go ahead, Kyle. And what you want to do when you're doing this is you want to go ahead and you want to form that shape. All right, and we want to seal in that stuffing. So what he's doing is he's just going to bread them, you know, with the bread, the flour. Let's go to the egg wash next. There you go. Now right into the panko crumb. So you should have 3 bays of everything, so it's separate. And don't be afraid to get in there. Okay, wear a pair of gloves. All right, and he's just going to pack that with both of his hands, like he's making a snowball, just to get the shape. Okay, and when you're done, you should have a nice little football shape chicken stuffed with boursin cheese and roasted red peppers and spinach. And like I said, we're going to roast these and fry them, and we're going to plate them up. Thank you very much. Hey folks, I'm Chef Patrick Hall from Lakes Region Community College. We're in our classical French cuisine. I'm here with my student Canon Demers. All right, he's from Rochester. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a classic dish called ratatouille. Now generally this dish is used with zucchini and some summer squash that we slice up nice and fine. We use a little bit of sliced tomato, and you can use eggplant, but I chose not to use eggplant for this one. So you can leave it out, but generally it's classically done like that. We also have some tomatoes, some fresh tomatoes. We've peeled them, we've cut them up, and we stewed them down with like a little bit of wine, some basil, salt, pepper, garlic, and that's going to be our fresh tomato sauce for this, okay? And so what we do is we take a little saute pan just like this, and we put that fresh tomato sauce, just layer the bottom. Okay, and you can see what I'm doing right here is that we're layering this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and alternate between zucchini, summer squash, and some tomato right in the pan, just like so, just so it's nice and colorful. I'll have Cannon do that for us. All right, and then afterwards, we're going to go ahead and roast this off. I have a little bit of salt and pepper that we're going to season it with. I also put a little Parmesan cheese on top and then some seasoned breadcrumbs. So it's a nice classical French dish. It's called ratatouille, and we're going to serve this with all of our dishes today. All right, and as he's doing that, you can see the nice color. You can leave it just like this. All right, as he rotates that around, and it looks all pretty. Let's just show this to him, what we got going on there. Okay, with the roasted tomato right inside there. Okay, and then after you roast it, what you're left with is a nice classic ratatouille like this. This is going to be served with all of our dishes today. Okay, and we'll see you soon. Hi, Chef Patrick Hall here from Lakes Region Community College. I'm here with my student Maddie, and she's from Pembroke, Massachusetts. Okay, so what we did today is we're going to be piecing all our dishes together with sides. Okay, we did a vegetable ratatouille. Now we're going to do lyonnaise potatoes, and what I did is I took some small red bliss potatoes, all right, and we cut them into nice little slices, just like so. And we put them on a sheet pan, a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, and a little bit of granulated garlic and some herbs and some thyme, okay? And so what we're going to do, once these come out of the oven, Maddie's going to go ahead and put these in our bowl. And generally what we're going to do is we're going to serve these, okay? These are called lyonnaise potatoes. We're going to serve these with each and every one of our dishes. Okay, classical French cuisine. All right, and she's also got some caramelized onions that she's kind of reduced down with a little bit of port wine. So we're gonna go ahead and put that right on top. Put a nice little heaping with. There you go. All right, you can do this up ahead of time. This makes a nice little little side dish. And what we have here is got our roasted potatoes lyonnaise. A little roasted red bliss potatoes. You could use other creamer potatoes. Season it with salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, and some granulated garlic. And then we caramelize up our onions and you put them right on, smother them right on top. And that's gonna go with all of our dishes today. Thank you. Hey everybody, Chef Patrick Hall from the Lakes Region Community College. We're in classical French cuisine. What we're gonna make today for you is a great sauce that goes on top of steaks perfectly. We're gonna do Chateaubriand, which is a nice filet, with what's called a Béarnaise sauce. I'm here with my buddy Shaq, once again. All right, and we're gonna show you how to do this. We got some egg yolks inside here. I have some clarified butter, salt, pepper, and what I've done is I've chopped up some fresh tarragon and reduced it. I use rice wine vinegar. You can use white vinegar or you can use red vinegar, but the rice wine vinegar gives a nice little sweetness to it. So we're gonna get started here. Shaq's gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this over a double boiler. Here's the biggest thing with the Béarnaise sauce is that we're gonna go ahead, or any hollandaise, it's a derivative of hollandaise, which is just lemon juice, salt, pepper, and paprika. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna vigorously whisk the egg yolks and get them nice and fluffy. He wants to put them over heat just to kind of pasteurize the eggs a little bit and kind of get them warm so that this is a hot emulsification. Emulsification means we're gonna put oil or a butter, clarified butter, into the egg yolks. So he's gonna whisk that, but he wants to take them off. And he's just gonna set it right down here. He wants to put them on and take them off. The problem is we're working with eggs and we don't want to scramble them, okay? So he's gonna put that on there for a little bit and he's just gonna get that nice and fluffy. So he's gonna whisk those nice and fluffy. So what we're gonna do is this is gonna be a great little sauce. All right, so at this point in time, you can see these eggs are kind of almost doubled in volume. I'm gonna go ahead and take my tarragon reduction, okay? Reduction means, or reduce means to make smaller. So I got my vinegar and tarragon that we're putting inside this. Shaq's gonna go ahead and put that back on the stove. I'm gonna season it with a little salt and pepper, okay? And I have clarified butter. Put this on the stove and then you take the impurities out of them by skimming the top. So he's just gonna keep that and I'm just gonna slowly add some of this clarified butter. And as we're adding this clarified butter, we're creating that emulsification. All right, go ahead and take that off a little bit. Keep whisking very fast. You can do this, okay? Usually the best way is to do it by hand. I wouldn't suggest, I would probably do this with, keep going, with like a stick blender. Or you can use like a food processor too sometimes. But it might become too thick. Here, you want to do this and I'll take over? Jack. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and whisk this. You can see as it's coming together and you add this, the butter, it's gonna almost double in volume. And it's creating this nice little emulsification, this little sauce. Keep going. All right, you wanna get real nice and quick with this. Oh, try to keep some inside the bowl. All right, we can put this back on here. All right, and I had about roughly 12 eggs to this batch for all that butter. All right, as we start bringing this together, keep going a little bit more. All right, that's good. You can see it's doubled in volume, okay? So we got tarragon reduction, we got those eggs, we got that butter. It's almost like a a mayonnaise is what a emulsification is, okay? And what you've created is a nice Béarnaise sauce that goes over your steak, okay? Classical French, that's Béarnaise. How you doing? I'm Chef Patrick Hall from the Lakes Region Community College. I'm here with Maddie again, my classical cuisine class. All right, today we did a Chateaubriand. I got a nice little filet of beef that's sitting over here resting. I did my lyonnaise potatoes, or actually Maddie did the lyonnaise potatoes. And then we also have a vegetable ratatouille, same dishes. Then we already did our Béarnaise sauce. Béarnaise sauce is like a hollandaise. It except for it's got a tarragon and it's got a vinegar reduction. I use rice wine, so it's a little bit more sweet. All right, so once again, we're gonna go ahead and plate this. I'm gonna start on this like little square plate. I'm gonna start at the top and I'll show you guys. We put a little pile of our lyonnaise potatoes. We're gonna go ahead and put this vegetable ratatouille right on top of that. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and slice up our beef. Okay, I'm just gonna turn this a little bit. And I'm gonna slice this at an angle. Okay. So we've grilled off this fillet, and then we've also put it in the oven to finish. And then you take it out and you let it rest for a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and slice this. All right, and we're gonna layer it right down here, just like so. Spread this out a little bit. Oh, it looks beautiful. Nice rare steak. Okay. Just want to wipe the sides of our plates down. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that béarnaise that we whipped up. Should be like nice thick sauce that we're just going to put right over the top of this. Just a nice little bit right over the top. Okay. And you can take whatever garnish. Okay. Generally like some thyme, or you can use some. I just got some parsley here. We're going to put a little parsley on that. Maybe we'll put a little bit right here, off to the side. All right, you just want to make our plates look pretty. All right, that's what we try to do. We eat with our eyes. One right in the middle. Okay. So what I have here is a Chateaubriand with a little bit of béarnaise sauce, vegetable ratatouille, lyonnaise potatoes. We'll see you at Lakes Region Community College. Thank you for coming. How you doing? I'm Chef Patrick Hall from Lakes Region Community College, and we're here in my classical cuisine class, my classical French class. I'm here with my student Maddie, and I'm going to show her how to plate up this dish. What we've done is you saw Maddie do some lyonnaise potatoes. We also did our vegetable ratatouille, and then we did our boursin stuffed chicken with tomatoes and spinach. I also did a roasted red pepper coulis, okay, which is going to be our sauce. I took roasted red peppers, put a little bit of wine, simmered it with a little bit of garlic, some basil, and then once it reduced down, we pureed this and we finished it off with some heavy cream. We're going to use this as our sauce. We're just going to put a little bit of this right in the middle of the plate right here. I love using this coulis, all right, because it's nice and colorful. You just want to swirl it right around the bottom of the plate. And you don't want too much, but you don't want not enough, okay? And next, what we're going to do, so I'm just going to go ahead, and this is very rustic. We're going to put our lyonnaise potatoes right in the middle, okay? Right on top. I'm going to take some of my vegetable ratatouille. Just going to scoop that. I'm going to put those right on top of the lyonnaise potatoes. What I'm making is kind of like a little stage for my chicken. All right, and next, I'm going to take this chicken that I stuffed, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it. You can see that nice boursin cheese here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this right in the middle of this, and we're going to garnish this up with a little bit of garnish. Classical French cuisine. I'm going to turn this around so you can see that inside, like the sides of the plate. We got our roasted red pepper coulis. We got our boursin cheese stuffed chicken with tomatoes and spinach. Our vegetable ratatouille and our nice lyonnaise potatoes. Classical French cuisine. Love it. How you doing, folks? I'm Chef Patrick Hall from Lakes Region Community College. We're in our classical French cuisine class. And what we're going to be doing today is we're making chicken fricassee. Okay, what I'm using here are some chicken thighs. Now you can take a whole chicken, break it down. All right, and just use the chicken pieces. You can use just chicken legs, whatever you want. You can even use this as skinless. Generally, it's bone in, but we're just going to go with this one. So we're going to get our pan nice and hot. What we're doing is we're braising this. I'm going to take chicken on the bone with the skin side down first. And we want to just let it sit there. We're going to let that rest. All right? And the reason what we're doing with this for, okay, is we want to get that skin nice and brown. Right? That's going to add the flavor to our chicken. So we're just going to get these nice and brown. All right. And we want to get all that caramelization from the skin. We want to get all that fond is what it's called on the bottom of the pan. All right, we can flip these over. All right, and this is called fricassee. When you fricassee something, it's pretty much a braise. All right, you brown it on the outside. All right, you flip it over, you sear it on the inside, you get that fond there, and that's a fricassee style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, once these are nice and brown, just like so, I'm going to take these out. So now, I have some other different ingredients, okay? I have some pearl onions, I'm going to go ahead and add right in here. Some regular chopped onions, I like a little contrast of the two. I have some carrots. I have some celery. Alright, in classical French, onions, celery, and carrots are called mirepoix. Alright, we're just going to saute that up, just kind of pulling that fond from the bottom of the pan. Okay, we'll season this up a little bit with salt and pepper. Last but not least, I got some mushrooms. I have some button mushrooms. They're sliced. We're just going to pop those right inside there. I also like to use a combination of mushrooms. So I have some oyster mushrooms. And I also have some shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley to this, just for some color. Alright. Once again, I'm just going to go ahead and saute this up. Now I'm only using a small pan. If you were going to use I would suggest if you're going to do quite a bit of them, get a large cast iron skillet because it holds the heat really well and it browns everything very well. So we're just going to cook this down a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to add some garlic to this. Alright. Next, I have a Chardonnay wine. You want a nice dry wine because this is a savory, so. Add a good amount of that there. Now we're going to let this reduce a little bit. I'm going to put a couple of sprigs of thyme leaves in there, okay? Just to let them season up in here. Once again, give it a toss. Alright, now I'm going to put my chicken back in. Kind of stuff it right in there. And last but not least, I'm going to add some chicken stock to this. And this is going to create that sauce. Okay? Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to reduce this down inside here. But just so the chicken cooks, I'm going to put a top on it. Okay, and we're going to cook this till the chicken is done. Alright, at that point in time, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to finish it. Alright, once it's reduced down with a little bit of cream, a little butter, okay, and it's going to create this nice rich sauce, and that's how you do chicken fricassee style. Alright, so we've already seared off, we fricasseed our chicken, and what we've done is we seared the outside, we added some wine, some chicken stock, we added our vegetables, these are all simmered down with some pearl onions, and what we got here is a nice reduction of chicken stock and wine. It's nice and flavorful. I'm going to add some parsley to this, and we're going to finish this off. I'm going to put a little bit of heavy cream right inside there, and I'm going to finish this with butter. Okay? To finish with butter means Monte au beurre in French. Okay? To finish with heavy cream is called the final liaison. We're just going to bring that to a little bit of a simmer. Alright? And that's going to create this nice, rich, flavorful sauce. Now we've already made some French potato salad to serve our chicken fricassee with. Okay? We're just going to add that. So I got my plate here, as this is reducing down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and add some right in the middle. This plate right here. We'll serve it right over. Alright. I also have some baby carrots that we've sauteed with a little bit of butter. We're going to put those right on the side of the potato salad. And I got some asparagus. A couple different vegetables. Okay. And so this chicken, it's just going to come right out of the pan, just like so. We're going to put those right on top. Alright? And when that sauce comes down, you just add that cream and that butter that's inside there. It reduces down, it gets all nice and rich. Okay? We're just going to take out some of the sprigs that we put in there earlier. Okay? And we're just going to take this sauce and put some of that right on top of there. Just like so. Alright? Then we have chicken fricassee with French potato salad. We also have some sauteed baby carrots, and we also have some sauteed asparagus. Beautiful. Thank you.